Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. And everybody on the West Coast. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. And everybody else in between this great, big, beautiful country of ours. How the hell you doing? What's up? What's no? What do you say? What's happening? What's going on? Okay, I'm wore out. Show's over. Let's go home. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. Ah, God, la 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 la. Isn't it wonderful? Oh, wow, 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 wow. So, news. Merrick Garland got grilled yesterday. He said he's not the president's lawyer, he's the people's lawyer. Yay. Boy, if anybody got an axe to grind. Okay, here's some Twitter news. This is really cool. I don't know where they found this out. Or if it's true. Sounds pretty good, though. Okay, whatever Heather says 33 minutes ago. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is Hobart shitting on herself about the FBI seizing cell phone records? Wow. Just think if she was involved and giving those people a tour of where everything's at, she's toast. Sorry about that. I gotta, Okay, let's go over the ground rules. This is a big people show. It's not for children, not for kiddies. So if you got any Rugrats, crumb munchers running around, time to put them for a nap. Put them on PlayStation or Xbox. Let them go play a game. Put them on an iPad, headphones, because this jarhead, when he gets pissed off, you know how that goes. Okay, so that's that. And I do the news. I do the news because I do the news. I got tired of Trump, Corona. So I read the article. I don't read the article. I can't spend all day on the article. I read the headline, maybe the first paragraph or two. Tell you where you can find it at. Who wrote it, if I can get a hold of that. And then we'll go ahead and do that. So, I got all kind of crazy shit going on. So, ain't that cool? So, Hobart. Ain't your name Hobart? I don't know. Who's Hobart? Who the hell's Hobart? Let me see. Let's Google this thing. Hobart. Enter. Uh-oh. Hobart. Images for Hobart. I think she spelled it wrong. I think it's the other lady. Bonert. Nobody's correct. What's her name? It's Lauren Bonert, right? Bonehead. Uh-oh. Even Matt Getz will think Hubert and Margie Q will be less attractive in soiled panties. It's me, dry rub chicken wings, starting over. That's who said it, folks. That's who said it. Oh. Alan Slutsky. I love these names on Twitter, right? Some of them are just a bunch of symbols you can't... Who the hell is that, But anyway, he says, sucks to be her. Honest people have nothing to hide. And then Melvin P. Nerd Liquor. You could do a whole show out of these names. Okay, he said, is she smart enough to realize she's in trouble? Whatever Heather says, good question. And then Frank Guigliano. Okay. Guigliano. Remember that, Guigliano. Okay. Like an entire pack of X-Law was just accidentally consumed. Heather, ha ha ha. Okay. Beacon of Half-Truth says she can't count that high. You can tell when they are in trouble. Gets awfully quiet. How about that? Oh, Amy Lynch. I love her. Here goes the adult part, folks. Get your kids out of the room because it's coming right now. Amy Lynch says, Senator Ron Johnson is a fucking piece of shit. He's so far down the MAGA rabbit hole. Ooh. And the responses are... Johnson blamed fake pro-Trump agitators for firing upon the peaceful Trump supporters. What? And, Eric, okay, that was, Rob Wayne, okay? And then Eric Weiner says, the insurrectionists were jovial. Did they bring snacks, appetizers to pass around, beverages, thoughtful gifts for their hosts? Parlor games like, I don't know, maybe Trivial Pursuit or Twister? Sheet music for everyone to sit around later and sing show tunes? Or how about Kumbaya, huh? That's always a good one. Oh, my God. And it says, Fit, FM Triv, don't be a mask hole. Yeah, don't be a mask hole. Wear your damn mask. From old Canada, the north of the border, says Amy Klobuchar should take Ron Johnson's list and file it under G for garbage. I love these things. This is crazy. Molly Rogers, one of my favorites. Matt Schlepp is that kid who wouldn't listen to his mom saying no until she smacked him upside the head. She's commenting on Caitlin Collins, saying just because you fail in court doesn't mean you don't have a good case. Matt Schlepp says on CNN when asked about a string of election lawsuit losses. Just because you fail in court doesn't mean you don't have a good case. Remember that, folks. Well, don't it come down to you? I mean, if you got a good case, maybe it should have been better. It should have been a better case. Maybe you would have won. No. It's a good case unless you're sitting before a judge, and then you can't lie. I wonder how many lawyers do sit in front of a judge and lie. Just for the hell of it. Some of these people ain't got no soul. They aren't going to care about swearing on a Bible. Oh, that tastes good, but it's so hot. Oh, boy, you guys trying to kill me, aren't you? I know it. No, I get my own coffee, so thank God for that. I'm not totally helpless. Not yet, anyway. Oh, I'm getting there. Oh, come on. Get out of here. I'm not even going to read it. Well, you guys... Shit, give me... Okay. All right, let's see. New York Post, 1 hour ago. That's a good rag, ain't it? Okay. By Jaren Steinbach. Okay. No. I don't want to hear that shit. California OnlyFans mom, Crystal Jackson, says her kids were expelled from school. February 23rd, 2021. That's today. 10 and 12 a.m. Pretty close. All right. Oh, boy. New York Post. Okay, why? California woman who peddles sexy snaps and videos online said her 3 young kids have been kicked out of a Catholic school because of her activity, according to a report. Well, geez. I don't think Catholic schools will put up with that. But Catholics Catholic priests have their own problems. Crystal Jackson. Some of them do. Okay. Let's correct the record. Clear it up. There you go. Whoever got this doll back when Barbie was first coming out and never opened a package, you ought to be a gazillionaire right now. And you'll know what I'm talking about as soon as I say this word. Crystal Jackson, known as Tiffany, not that, Poindexter, or Mrs. Poindexter, on the OnlyFans app, claims to rake in more than $150,000 a month selling access to naughty photos and videos taken by her hubby Chris. Wow, $150,000 a month. She must have some really good looking tits, I'll tell you what. Oh boy. You know, and it ain't like you've seen one tit, you've seen them all. You know, some look like basketballs. They've been blown up so much you're afraid they fall down because they explode. You know? And the other ones just drag down, even on guys, drag down to your freaking belly. When you get up there and be a senior citizen, men start getting floppy tits too. You know? Another place to store fat. It's funny, because all them years before, you know, I never figured on, hey, here's a place to store fat. No, it's once you get to be a senior citizen and say, oh, look up there. Let's put some fat up there. You know, even though your stomach isn't too bad, your tits, you know, I don't know, what the hell. Okay, but her seductive venture has landed her in hot water at her kids' Sacred Heart Parish School in Sacramento, which she said has expelled them. You know, probably she has them in Catholic school, because if they were in public school, could you imagine what them kids would have to go through? The harassment? What is going on with that? Quit doing that. I think we're going to have to tighten this up, folks, later on after the show. It's like droops down. I don't know what. I usually have room, but maybe my sleeves in the way. Oh, forget it. But anyway, that's on the New York Post. See what I mean about can't read the whole article? Just take all day. I didn't read the whole article, so you can read more about it. Oh no, The Hill 2 hours ago. What the hell's going on with this? During the summer of 2020, the country... Okay, this is The Hill, February 23rd, 2021, 9:30 a.m. I'm getting some pretty new shit. Okay, putting Antifa, or I don't know, what is it? I don't know, Antifa. You say tomato, I say tomato. You say Antifa, I say Antifa. And Black Lives Matter on notice. Who's doing this? Who's putting them on notice? Let's see. I can't stand this shit. See, I can mangle the news real good. You know? What is it called? The suspense? The suspense is killing me, folks. During the summer of 2020, the country witnessed a deterioration of law and order within major cities across the U.S. Yeah, so what? That shit happens, you know. Okay, responding to the deaths of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and others as a result of police actions, what began as a peaceful protest by Black Lives Matter became less associated with their platform of racial justice, and instead became associated with the destruction of cities, attacks on law enforcement, and other forms of violence. Bullshit. I call bullshit. The reason is, these anarchists just wheeze their way in there. Just same way with the insurrection. You know, Oath Keepers, Proud Boys. Shit, you know, it ain't nothing from them dressing in regular clothes, acting like regular people, infiltrating the Antifa, Black Lives Matter folks, in the marches. I seen a clip whenever the Black Lives Matter marches was going on in Pittsburgh. These people were spraying these buildings and doors and windows, and a couple black people came up and said, "Hey, man," pulled them off of it, and said, "Get the hell out of here." And they were all dressed up to the nines. You couldn't see any. They turned out to be two girls. Okay? And they told them, "Get the hell out of here. We don't want you here. You're giving us a bad name. They're gonna think we did it." See. There were early reports that anarchists aligned with the ideologists. No, they didn't align. They're just... An anarchist is anarchy. And an anarchist is an anarchist. Period. The destruction of everything. Total confusion. No government. The strongest survive. That's an anarchist. Anybody that you can put down and destroy, anarchy. As far as governments or anything else. Okay? There were early reports that anarchists, this one I'm calling bullshit on, aligned with the ideologies of Antifa, infiltrated these protests with an agenda of causing chaos and chaos and destruction. The timing had become the perfect storm of combined uncertainty and frustration due to the pandemic, loss of jobs, politics, and deaths of Floyd and Taylor. While intelligence agency reported Antifa as in cities like Seattle, Portland, Chicago, New York, and Atlanta under the cover of protected peaceful protests, right-wing militias like Proud Boys, Boogaloo Boys, and Oath Keepers began also to actively participate in the riots, causing a flashpoint for violence not seen in recent... See, I'm glad the FBI got their shit together with that part. So, it wasn't the Black Lives Matter people. It wasn't. So, or the Antifa. Anybody can change their clothes. See, that's what I mean with a civil war. Who are you going to shoot? Ain't nobody going to wear a badge. I'm a Proud Boy. I'm an Oath Keeper. I'm a Black Lives Matter. You're not. You're crazy if you do. Yeah, we're for Trump. We're going to wear our MAGA hats and start shooting up the place. Guess what? You won't last long when you wear them hats. That's great. That's the great thing about anarchy, too, They're just they know what they're doing. They'll shoot everybody that ain't them. Because they know each other. So forget that shit. So if you want to read the rest of that article, that's from The Hill 2 hours ago. Related articles. Law Enforcement Today. Black Lives Matters. Antifa. Protester arrested for cathedral vandalism in Portland. Immediately released. Well, this guy looks... Oh. And this is from Law Enforcement Today. Christopher Lee Coletta wrote this. Portland, Oregon. According to a report from the Post-Millennial, a known Black Lives Matter protester was arrested for the break-in and vandalism of the St. Mary's Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception that occurred on Ash Wednesday in Portland. Come on, why'd he do that? From what the Portland police says of the incident that occurred during the early hours of February 17th, officers were alerted to a burglary in progress at the cathedral at approximately 3:27 a.m. The press release from the Portland Police noted that dispatch was informed of the following regarding to the call. The information was that someone was breaking things and throwing objects from inside the church through windows As they responded, they were updated with information that the suspect was in the rectory where the church pastors reside, holding a box cutter type of razor blade. Officers on the scene at the time reportedly could hear some yelling ongoing within the cathedral and had noticed that the pastor of the church was trying to calm down the agitated suspect. Said suspect was later identified by Portland police as 44 Paris. The Paris got him, folks. 44-year-old Christopher Coletta. Apparently, the pastor's efforts to calm down the suspect were unfruitful, and the pastor was said to have then came out to where the officers were positioned outside the cathedral. Now, see, here's the thing. This was a white guy. Okay? Police say that the K-9 unit was assisted officers in searching the area around the church where the suspect was reportedly located by officers stationed around the perimeter as he was attempting to flee out one of the cathedral exits. Now, if it was a black guy, guess what would have happened? They would have shot him. You don't have to be a genius to figure this shit out. Okay? All right, so he previously attended a Black Lives Matter protest. This guy ain't got nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. Oh no, Forbes, 5 hours ago. Here's where all your money's going, folks. Sorry. Don't mean to cough on you. The U.S. Air Force just admitted the F-35 stealth fighter has failed. This is Forbes.com. Today at 7 a.m. We're getting some new shit. Okay, who is this written by? It doesn't say. The U.S. Air Force's top officer wants the service to develop an affordable, lightweight fighter to replace hundreds of Cold War vintage F-16s and complement a small fleet of sophisticated but costly and unreliable stealth fighters. The result be a high-low mix of expensive fifth-generation F-22s and F-35s and an inexpensive fifth-generation minus jets, explained Air Force Chief of Staff General Charles Brown. If that plan sounds familiar, it's because the Air Force a generation ago launched development of an affordable lightweight fighter to replace hundreds of Cold War vintage F-16s and complement a small future fleet of sophisticated but costly and unreliable stealth fighters. Didn't I just read that shit? Why did they repeat that? But over 20 years of R&D, that lightweight replacement fighter got heavier and more expensive as the Air Force and lead contractor Lockheed Martin, LMT, acted with more and more new technology. Yes, we're talking about the F-35, the 25-ton stealth warplane, has become the very problem it was supposed to solve, and now America needs a new fighter to solve the F-35 problem. Officials said, oh, great, with a sticker price of around $100 million per plane. Oh, see, quit doing that. Including the engine. Oh, includes the engine, folks. For a mere $100 million frickin' dollars, you get a plane F-35, and it has the engine. Really? Jesus Christ. How about give me the F-35 without the engine for $75 million? All right, I'll go get my own engine from Amazon. Maybe Walmart. Maybe Walmart has a sale on engines. Oh, my God. Hey, Boeing could give me some. The ones that don't blow up. Boy, thank God nobody got hurt on that. Think nobody, nobody. How could you explain that to your homeowner's insurance? I had a claim with my roof for a storm. Didn't do enough damage for the deductible. As a matter of fact, they even handily worked it out, so it was just estimated right underneath my deductible, so I had to pay for the whole freaking thing. Well, I didn't do that. I ended up going ahead and getting a new roof, metal roof. I figured, the hell with this shit. So, but, where was I at? Yeah, so, I mean, anyway, oh, yeah, okay, your homeowner's insurance. You can call them up and say, I want to make a claim, and they say, well, your deductible is $1,000. Or, some of it's like 1/5 or 1/7 of what the value of your house is or whatever. You say, well, I don't think I have a problem with that. Well, what happened? I don't know. I was sitting in my living room and this freaking engine just came through my ceiling. Oh. Well, that's not covered. Not covered by insurance, bud. Falling debris from airplanes. See that? Did you read the small print there, fella? Not covered. It's an act of God. It's an act of God that fell. Acts of God are not covered. Oh my God. So anyway, that's why it failed. It costs too much. Here you go. Air Force. Here's another. Air Force wants to harden the B-2 bomber to withstand an EMP attack. You know what an EMP attack is, right? It's where they just blow this thing up in the sky. Atomic weapon. And it neutralizes all the electricity. Burns up circuit boards. TVs, radio. Knocks out all communication. Don't have to destroy anything on the land. I can't remember the name of it, but there was a nuclear weapon that does the same thing. It does it to people. It doesn't do that much damage to structures. I'm trying to think of it. Somebody knows it. They'll tell me. So, yeah. What? Now this is terrible. This is from, I don't know who these people are. It's L-A-D-B-I-B-L-E, ladbible.com. 22 hours ago, man bought ticket for lifetime air travel but had it canceled after 10,000 flights. LAD Bible, okay. Tom Wood wrote this yesterday. A man who bought an unlimited first-class ticket for American Airlines back in 1987 had it taken off of him after the airline accused him of fraud. That wasn't before he had flown with them 10,000 times, though, racking up more than 10 million air miles in the process. Steve Rothstein decided to use his powers for good by making sure that people got home safely when they were stranded, as well as flying a priest to Rome for an audience with the Pope, and even allowing a friend to visit the Louvre. Other times he used his ticket to benefit his family, but sometimes he just wanted to get to a baseball game or have a particular sandwich. Nowadays, there would be serious concerns about his carbon footprint, and he'd have to live 100 lifetimes to work that off, you'd imagine. But back in 1987, it wasn't something the average person was aware of. Back then, Rothstein forked over the princely sum of $250,000 for his air pass, as well as a companion seat that cost $150,000. In the end, he got around $21 million worth of flying on American Airlines before they eventually canceled his ticket because of supposedly fraudulent activity. So anyway, if you want to read the rest of that article, I piqued my interest. Like I said, it's LAD Bible, and a man bought a ticket for a lifetime air travel. And Tom Wood wrote it, and it was published yesterday at 19:15, which is 7:15 p.m. Okay, so take a look at that. And my time is up, and I had a great time. I hope you had a good day. I'm getting throaty, one of that gravelly folk. So, but anyway, that's pretty cool. And I was thinking over my format. I might need to change my format. If I'm Mangled News Show and I have a Mon Valley Radio live stream, it's supposed to be Chuck's Mangled News Show. So I don't know how we're going to do this, but I got to fix it. So anyway, that's about it. That's the name of that too. And you guys have a good day. I want to say goodbye to the radio. Goodbye, radio. Goodbye, radio. Play the music for the radio. And then I'm going to say goodbye to you people on YouTube Live. So I hope you have a good day. Be careful. Don't get into that Rona. And we'll see you.
Decades of music, Mon Valley Radio.
Bye, goodbye.